Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. This is the 27th. Uh-oh. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. We're all doing fine. This is the 27th January here today, and we are at another beautiful New York session for this morning. Was really hoping pound yen is going to continue on towards 142.700, but I guess we fell short, created a resistance. Yeah, I guess we created resistance right over here on 142.600. So now we will see what happens. I actually took buys last night. My buys was based on the 4-hour candle right over here before I went to bed. We came up towards, 142.650, didn't really went into 700. Closed around 15 pips over here. So during the whole night just ranged. Looks like even the entire London session just ranged here. Was that during the Asian session? Yes, that was during the Asian session based on the 4-hour candles. So if you look at the 4-hour candles, you see why the buys were taken. Gold. Okay, so gold is dropping now later on. This is the drop we expected during the London session, but I guess we're going to get these drops during the New York session. If you look at gold, our target is down over here around 1839, 1838. But I'm going to be keeping my eyes on pound yen over here to see if we're going to get that break above, 142.600 to continue to 142, like 700 and 740. So we'll see what happens. So far the daily candle is also bullish there on GJ. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is your GBP. Price made highs, okay. Your GBP has been bearish. Oh, so you're looking for buys above this area? Looks good. As long as we respect this support, and if you break above this area, I think buys look good over there for price to continue bullish. The idea about selling gold is going to be better. It's going to be maybe to wait for these low to get broken right over here. I mean, selling it right now based on 15-minute time frame, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I stay away from gold anyway, so I'm probably going to stay cautious about this. The only confirmation you have is on the 5-minute time frame, where we're breaking below this area. We're respecting these highs. We made a new low over here, so you want this candle to stay below this area to give you some confirmations that, okay, we should now continue moving bearish. But man, we have some giant news happening today. We have the interest rates. First interest rates of this new government. They're going to keep the rates the same. There's a sentiment that they may increase the rates, but I don't think it's going to happen this time. I think it's going to happen next time on the next rate increase. And wow, man, gold is going to continue moving bearish over here. Yeah, this should continue moving bearish. We have a target at 1839 over here. That's like what, 30 pips away now? 30? Yeah, almost like 30 pips away. You are muted. Probably not. Not muted. Let's take a look at this analysis here. This is GJ, no trade zone over here. This is 30-minute time frame. So first target breaks above, second clean sells below here. We don't really know where you're taking buys over here, so yeah, we don't know where you're taking buys over here at that point. All right, let's take a look at Euro JPY over here. Euro JPY is ranging. Wow, we had one move during London session, and that's it. After that, we're just ranging over here. We got support form in the 5-minute time frame. Let's take a look at 15-minute, 30-minute. Yeah, we're just ranging here. We also have a resistance formed here in the 30-minute time frame. And this is good because now when we're ranging and we get a candle closing below this area, we know where's our target, right? If we break below 125, 800, our target is right down over here, which is like 7 pips away. It's just not enough range for you to trade that range anyway. It's a pretty small range, 7 pips. The only thing I'm looking for is pound yen to break above 142.600 so we can continue moving bullish. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Buys as price break this high. Yes, that's good. That's what I'm looking for as well. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Same idea. Buys above, 142, 600, 650, 660, whatever that level is. Oh, wow, man. Gold is gone. Crazy. Break below that low, 1842, and straight down. 22 pip spike down.
Caught 25 pips on that, coach.
Oh, nice. Good job, man.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice. Wish I was you today, man. I'd be done for the day. Wow, that was a clean move down on gold. This is where gold gets amazing, right? I mean, you get those waterfall type candles, and then one 5-minute candle just decides to go boom. And then you got to secure profits at that time. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is an analysis on pound yen. Candle close, added. Also, you manage risk over there, and you. Okay, perfect. Close 50% and take even. Nice. It was a smaller range though, but you made it work. We'll see what happens. For bullish bias. There we go. For bullish bias on pound yen, I think it's going to be a good idea to wait for a break of 142.600, because looks like this area has been pretty important now, because in the London session we rejected that area and now we're in this range, so there's going to be a bit of a waiting involved here now. Hey Raja, what impact does the interest rates have on other pairs like pound yen and AUD CAD? There's going to be very less impact. The only impact you're going to see is during the actual news event, right? Like when the numbers come out, and also when they have the press conference at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. That's when you're going to see some sort of impact. From pound yen, what I've seen is that there's going to be a bit of a spikes here and there, but nothing long lasting. But at the same time, I'm not going to be looking at the interest rates anyway, because it's not a time for me to trade. But we'll see what happens there. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a GJ chart. So it looks like you had a winning trade over here. There's no labeling, so I would assume it was a winning trade. Very well done, very well done. During FMC, if it's bad for USD, then safe haven JPY will get strong. So perhaps GJ sells come into plays. Yes, I think what you're going to find is you'll find that those moves are going to happen during your Asian session, because the interest rates are going to come out, and then we're going to see what the press conference is going to be like. Because look, right here, 2:30 p.m. we have the press conference, right? So this is going to dictate what they think about the rates, right? Rates can stay the same, they can increase, whatever, but what they say in press conference is going to determine where the currencies are going to go. So whatever they say, then we'll have to wait for the Asian session to see how the Asian market reacts to what was said in the press conference here. Someone is saying GJ is melting. That's fine. It only melted like 12 pips. I mean, this is your entire range over here. Let's do some fresh analysis on pound yen. So looking at the daily time frame, we see that the daily candle did eventually go bullish. Didn't really come up towards 142.700, but still went bullish. Looking on the 4-hour basically created a support. This was a support held during the Asian session, right? We also had this minor resistance over here. Let's take a look on the 1-hour time frame now. So looking at the 1 hour, we're basically creating a resistance at 142.600. You can see where the candles are closing. So this is where the zone is going to go. The zone is not going to go all the way up to the wicks over here. It's going to go right up over here, right? So we got the resistance here. Price is coming down. So as price is coming down, we need to identify where the support is going to be. So we go towards the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, it seems like this is some sort of a support over here. Probably somewhere right over here. We got a support here. You can see how the 1 hour candles create support created, tapped into this area and rejected again. Looking at that on 30-minute time frame, it's pretty messy over here. Yeah, I don't like this at all. because it did come down into this range like 12 pips, 13 pips, but then below that support, you have another support like 8, 9 pips away. So this is not a very clean price action at all. So I'm probably going to stay away from this so far. The only thing that's moving is gold over here. It's coming straight down towards 1838. This is the analysis we sent yesterday in the Asian session for price to eventually come down, continue down to fill this range down at this point. See this clean candle here to the left hand side. We just consolidated here for a little bit and then continued on down. Man, whoever caught this gold sells, beautiful. You deserve a golden star today. What's this? Put a sell stop once we broke below this bullish candle. Oh, nice. That was something I was looking to see. You know, price breaks the low, take an impulse entry for price to continue bearish. Okay, let's take a look at this chart over here. Euro CAD. I know a lot of people took sells on gold first thing in the morning right now and took profits. Man, if you guys take a second trade and if you lose the second trade, wow. You need to go look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're a dumbass for doing that. Just as we discussed yesterday. You take one win, it's a winning trade, just call it a day, man. It's a happy days. It's Wednesday and you took profits first thing in the morning. There's nothing better than that. You know, you're done early for today. These are potential sells for your CAD. I agree with this price coming down. The only thing is, I'm not sure how big this range is down over here, but it does look like we should continue moving bearish. If we break the support, I think then it's going to continue dropping. Euro CAD. When will be a good time for gold to open buy position on gold? Opening a buy position on gold right now, man, it's going to be very difficult. I mean, everything is just dropping. Everything is just creating these. Look at this, right? We had a support over here. Candle closed bearish. Next one broke the low. This is where we indicated for price to continue moving down. We moved down. Once all candles are moving bearish, you can't look for buys. You know, I think your buying opportunity is going to be if you get a bullish candle closing on a 30-minute time frame, then maybe that's going to be a strong enough buying opportunity. But so far, there are no buying opportunities right now. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a pound yen chart. Wait for candle to close below support. Yes, this is a great idea. You got to wait for the candle to close below support. If it closes below support and the next one breaks the low, then I think it's going to continue moving bearish. Because also you got clean candles here to the left hand side. Let's take a look at this. This is a pound yen 1 hour chart. So we got a support down over here. We got a buys up over here. See, this is good. Now there's going to be a lot of waiting involved, right? Since we rejected 142.600, we're coming down to the support area. The only two trades I see, opportunities I see over here, is maybe once we break below 142.280, or if we create a support with this candle coming down, so we can kind of like correct this move going up. That's the only thing I see at this point. Right now, I don't see any trade. I'm not in any trade. I had a buy trade which got stopped out at break even over here, so at this point we're just waiting. Entered on the break for sells on gold. Nice, beautiful trade. Yeah, we're basically looking for analysis here. Oh wow, look at that. We tapped into 1838.70. Came straight down. Looks like the US dollar is taking a beating here. What happened over here? This has nothing to do with that. This has nothing to do with what happened. The Fed and the earnings on tap. We shall see what happens with the interest rates here today. Quick question. What if the daily candle flips bearish? Can we look for sells below 142.99? 142.99. I think sells are going to be below 142.280 because you got these clean candles here to the left hand side. Ooh, thank you. Someone donated £2. Don't be a dumbass if you look for gold sells. I think you meant gold buys, not sells.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Wow, GU is really coming down over here. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a retest resistance to continue bearish. Yes, it's coming down. See now, sometimes you're going to get price moving in a way where you won't get any confirmation of entries, right? Just like when we look at pound USD over here, there was no confirmation for entries at all. And sometimes, that happens. Price just continues to move and you're just like, left scratching your head that, okay, where could I have entered the trade? And when these things happen, you have to accept the fact that, okay, you know what, the move is missed and there was no way to enter the trade. So if you look at pound yen over here, pound yen is coming down to a support, and if it breaks the support and continues down, then there's actually no way to enter that trade, right? So I know like a lot of people, when you guys see price moving super fast, you get anxiety, you start to get panic attacks that, oh man, I'm not in this trade, it's dumping, it's dropping, what should I do at this point? Just chill. All you can do is just chill, just relax. Because if price is dropping, that's fine, because these moves are going to happen over and over and over again. I can't stress this enough, like how many times I've seen the same moves happen again and again and again and again. So I've come to grips with that fact. So even if it's dropping, we know that there's going to be some sort of a retracement, there's going to be some sort of a minor resistance made for price to maybe retest this low over here, wherever it's going to make a low at this point. Plus also the 1 hour candle is about to close in about, 9 minutes? So you got 9 minutes to wait. Just wait for 9 minutes, wait for the 1 hour candle to close and then decide what's going to happen. And gold finally tapped into 1838. Congratulations for whoever held these sells down to 1838. And if you look to the left hand side, we'll see that it tapped into these wicks over here too. And this is a great example of wick fills. Whenever price is in momentum, wicks, they always get filled. All the time. Yeah, that was a crazy move all the way from 1842 over here. There was no drawdown after 1842. Coming straight down 38, 40 pips. Oh wow, look at that. We're about to break the support over here on GJ. See, this is the thing. If it breaks support and if someone takes a sell, we don't know whether it's going to close below support or it's going to close above support. We have no idea. That's something we have no control over. So at this time, just gotta wait here. Alright, I'll retake a look at this chart over here. Man, people send the same charts over and over again. Mr. A-Rod, can you give me your thoughts on GJ? Let's take a look over here. Let's take a look over here. Oh, there's too much happening over here. Way too much happening over here. You're also talking about what happened over here with arrows, and man, there's too much happening over here. You got circles over here. We can't do that during the live stream. That's a lot of information. I'm sorry. We got about 8 minutes left for this candle to close, and I'm still waiting for the candle to close at this point. I'm not initiating any trades. I'm not looking for anything right now. Just waiting for this candle to close. How big was this move over here? 20 pips. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a Euro JPY chart. So you're looking for buys above this minor resistance and looking for sells below this major support. I think this is way better. This is better than looking for support down over here. You're looking for buys over here for the anticipation for price to correct this move a little bit, which is pretty valid. I like that. I just found you. You are sensational. Oh, sensational. What videos? I think if you can start from all the videos, start from the older videos we have, and you're going to learn a lot. There's also the signs on YouTube. I think the signs video is going to help you. If the 15-minute candle closes below 142.300, can we confirm sells? See, if the 15-minute candle closes below this area, I think we'll have to wait for the candle to break the low over here for price to continue down. That's something we'll have to anticipate. But as of right now, we'll have to wait. Oh wow, look at that. Gold is rising from that area. Damn. Damn. 35 pips. 40 pips almost. Straight reversal. Look at that. See how the 4-hour candles came down here before and then came down here again? Boom. Wow. You always got to secure profits on gold. You cannot hang around in gold for long.
I bet someone put in a buy without a stop loss also.
Oh yeah, and they won.
Sorry, a sell.
Oh.
And then those, I guarantee they did.
All right. Let's take a look over here. Gold 4-hour chart looks good for falling. Yeah, I mean, you might want to see some sort of a resistance formed over here for price to continue falling. So we're going to see how this candle closes over here. Hey Raja, my first time in here. When you're entering a trade, do you say exactly when you're entering? Yes. But don't take this as signals. This is not signals. You know, because even if I say where exactly I'm entering, and if you don't know why we're taking the trade, and you take the trade and you lose the trade, man, that's all on you, right? So your main job is that if someone calls out a trade, you need to do your own independent analysis to see that, okay, does this even make sense? You know, or should I be taking this trade or not? You know, best thing to do is just to take a paper trade. And a paper trade is a trade that you take in your mind and you see if it works out or not. You know, and I think that's the best way to interpret the live streams. Just to take every trade as a paper trade, whatever trade is called, and then go from there.
Also, bro, you got a lag on YouTube, so it could be, you know, as soon as you enter, and then 4 or 5 seconds later, it's sort of not, the trade's not viable anymore. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, what's this? UJ 30-minute. We're breaking above the zone. Price is coming up. Nice. So I think USD is gaining strength over here as gold fell. And 103.909 is going to be the target over there. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at USDJPY. Oh wow. It is coming up over here. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour is coming up to a potential rejection area over here on the 4-hour. We can see how the 4-hour candles rejected here before, so there might be some probability for this 4-hour candle to reject as well. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, we're also coming up to the same rejection area. 30-minute time frame, same area over here. Yeah, it may do some sort of retracement to continue up, but again, whenever we have, like, you know, high impact news, and prices at like stronger zones, I've seen that prices very rarely break through those stronger zones, you know, because there's going to be a stronger news event coming on. So we may start ranging in that area there on USDJPY as well, or we may start reject this area and price may wait for the interest rates later on. We got 2 minutes left for this 1-hour candle to close. How can we join the Zoom? You cannot join the Zoom. It's for, what do I call you guys? It's for diamonds. Only true diamonds can join the Zoom chat.
Specials.
Specials, yeah. SP Singh, what's up, Raja? Can you take a look at this chart and tell me how you feel about this? Oh, that's something new. How do I feel about this? This chart, I feel pretty good about this chart. You have a support formed over here. You got a resistance formed up over there. That resistance is going to be much better than this black line you have over here. So waiting for the candle to close below resistance, I think you might support. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if it doesn't, then it's just ranging over here, right? And let's measure how big this range is. This is like a 31 pip range. And if you look on the 30-minute time frame, we can see where the candles is about to close. We still got about 1 minute left. And what I'm looking at is if we close above this area, then in a way we're respecting this minor support. You know, and then if price continues closing above this minor support and we get a bullish candle closing, that may give us opportunity for price to continue moving back up. You know, it's just a thought. Just a thought, just putting it out there. It's not going to happen. So we're just waiting over here. We still got about 1 minute left. All right, let's take a look over here. Take sells if price breaks below support. Looking for price break below. Setup and visualizing on GJ at the moment. This setup will be nice for sells. Yes, I agree. Anything below 142, 280 is going to be amazing for sells because if you look on the 1 hour time frame, we have clean candles going up. So there's a high probability for price to create those mirroring candles going down.
Hey Raja, quick question.
Hey Anthony.
On the 1 hour, if it closes below 142.299, looks like there's a lot of clean range on the 1 hour. But if you drop down to the 30-minute, there's a lot of like mini resistances and mini supports.
Yeah.
So like, what could be like a nice target for like the 1 hour?
I think right over here, 142, 150.
But isn't that like what, like 10 pips, like 12 pips, I think?
Yeah, exactly. It's not that big. It's like 12 pips, 13 pips. But then you're expecting volume to continue driving price down.
Right?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So 30-minute candle closed right over here at this mini support. So like, you know, if someone's trying to take a sell over here, it doesn't make any sense because it's like 9 pips away, 8 pips away. There's no sells at that point, right? And you can't even take a buy over here because candles are closing basically bearish at this point. So whenever you're looking at a chart, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. Would a buy here make sense? And then you're going to try to look for that buy, and if it won't make sense, then it's probably not going to make sense. And then you got to ask yourself, does a sell make sense, right? For example, if you take a look at, let's take a look at GBP USD over here, right? We take a look at GBP USD, and we're like, okay, does a sell make sense over here? And if you look at the 5-minute candles, we see how price is coming up, creating this, like, you know, rejection over here. Looking at the 15-minute, the previous 15-minute candle closed in a small body. So whenever a candle closes with a small body, that means there is less volume in that direction, right? So this means a big rejection with small bearish volume. So if this candle breaks the high over here, there's no sells. Does a buy make sense? A buy also doesn't make sense because the candles are bearish at this point. So kind of like waiting over here to see some sort of a better market structure that you can relate to. Right, so we're going to see if price is going to respect the support, close bullish to continue up, or what's going to happen. So I guess we're going to wait some more. Euro GBP also went up. Nice. See how pound fell and Euro GBP went up? The weakness in pound made Euro GBP go bullish. And this was the analysis we looked at right over here. You guys remember this? We saw this, and then boom. Hey, good morning, Raja. When do you recommend an impulse entry on the trade, and why was an impulse entry not taken on GJ? There was no impulse entry taken on GJ was because this wasn't a good range to trade in, you know, and price fell down in this range, and you know, sometimes if price goes, it goes. Not all opportunity is worth taking, you know, so we're just waiting over here. The only thing I want to see over here is 30-minute candle closing bullish, so the next one can continue moving bullish. So we'll have to wait at this point over here. In the meanwhile, we're going to take a look at this chart over here. So we're looking for sells down here. Sells below 142.600. Oh, buys above over here. Sells below 280. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, kind of like the same area as we're looking at over here too. Your JPY is also ranging over here. Pound yen is basically, you know, we're waiting over here. I'm waiting on pound yen. I'm not taking any extra risks here today. Just gonna wait for the candle to close, and based on that candle close, we're gonna see what we're gonna do at that point. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a pound yen 1 hour chart, pretty zoomed out. We're gonna zoom in over here, looking for a retest in this area, and then you have this trading range down over here. TP1 should be over here. I think you're gonna get TP1 earlier than that. This should be your TP2 or TP3. TP1 should be based on like your 30-minute time frame. If you look at that, you're gonna find those areas over there on the small time frames. If a bullish candle engulfs previous 15-minute rejection, can we look for buys to mirror that bearish move on GJ? Yeah, I mean, you can, but I'm waiting for the 30-minute candle to close overall. You know, because if I look at this range, it's like 10, 11 pips up to this consolidation area. So I'm not very comfortable in taking a trade within this range. My comfort level lies above 142,600. That's where my comfort level is. Because if I can get a buy above 142,600, man, that's going to be a pretty good opportunity for price to continue up. So, like, you know, I think today I'm going to be extremely picky about my trades. The target for buys should be around 142,750, you know, above 700. People will make the same markups, then send it to him like it's their personal analysis. No, it's not that. It's because people are getting better at doing markups. That's why, like, you know, most markups, they look the same because we're getting better at marking up zones, getting better at analyzing charts. You know, so that's what it is. Yeah, so see right here, we gotta wait. We have to wait over here. Ooh, looks like your JPY is about to turn bearish over here as well. We broke below the previous low. We gotta come below this area to continue down. 125,780, and we can continue moving bearish, but this isn't enough range over here. GU is also kind of like rejecting that area over there as well. See, now this is good. The 15-minute candle is creating a base over here around 37,100. Let me make this minor support over here, right? We're creating this minor support, and if we break below this area, then we can confidently say, okay, you know what? Now there's a probability for price to continue down to fill this wick and then continue down to the support down over here. Does this guy checks the chart we sent here? Yes, Mr. Noah King, we do. Gold is continuing bearish over here, 1838. This was a nice retest. Hey Raja, tell me what you think about this trade I took yesterday. I'm 16 and still learning. Oh, I think if you send us an analysis for today, that's going to be much more impressive, because it's better to look at the trades today, you know, the analysis for today. Hey, I want to thank you for all this free education. It's really helping me out to become a confident trader. Took trade with 2% loss, but only lost 0.1%. Oh, nice. 0.12%. Wow, such clean market structure on gold. See how there's so much volume on gold, and if you look on a 30-minute time frame, you just see candle going up and candle coming down to fill the wick. But if you look on the 15-minute time frame, you know, it still looks pretty messy. But if you look on the 5-minute time frame, you have perfect structure, right? Price broke support, came up, did a retest, candle closed bearish, your confirmation for price to continue down to retest the low, and perfect. You know, so now we're going to see if we start ranging in this area before the interest rates, or what's going to happen. Your JPY is also trying to break below these lows for it to continue down. I think if it breaks below 125,780, it's going to be a higher probability for it to go bearish. But then, you know, there's not enough range. That's the only thing. It's like 5-6 pips away. Let's see if you can find a better idea over here. Yeah, I mean, that could still work, but I mean, it's a very small range over here to play in. You know, and you got a major support down over here as well. Unless we break that support and we continue down towards 125,580. That's going to be a much better target than if you break below, you know, 125,720. You got like almost a 13-14 pip range. There's no volume in your JPY at all. I mean, if these ranges were on pound yen, man, this would have been like a 40 pip range, a 30 pip range on the 1 hour time frame. This is like a tiny range over here. So like if you want to risk it, you can risk it, but the ranges are pretty small over here unless you can hold it, you know. All right, so we got 6 minutes left for these 15-minute candles to close, and we're going to see if we start breaking below on GU or do we start breaking below on GJ. To be honest, I like a break below on GU much better than the break on GJ. So I may break my plan to trade GU over here if we break the low over here. Because, you know, it's a no, I'm going to break my plan over here. Because it's a better range. Look at this. It's like a 10 pip range to this wick fill and then 15-16 pip range all the way down over here. But on pound yen, we don't have that. We have like a 8-9 pip range down to the support. That's it. Unless we break the support to continue down towards over here, you know, 142, 150, 20 pips away.
Yeah, coach. Also on pound yen, that the second support at 142,258. That is a 4-hour support, so I think it's very important for us to close below that area. So,
142,258.
Yeah, 142.28. Where your second line is, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a
4-hour support, so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think it's important for us to close down below that before we take any sales.
Yes. Would you enter gold on a 5-minute confirmation with that perfect formation? I was hesitant on a second entry and I already made on the initial sell. No, not really. I think it was pretty good for price to continue moving down. I mean, you could have taken a paper trade over there. Because when you take a paper trade, that's basically you're taking a trade, but in your mind, just for practice, you know. And if it works out, it works out. Ooh. Still moving over here. Damn. If the 15-minute candle breaks the minor support, what do you think taking trade for wick fill on 30 candle on GJ? A wick fill on the 30-minute candle? No, I don't think so. Because, again, it's not enough range. It's a 10 pip range over here. You know, so you have to be very careful. Hey, Raja, my first attempt to share this chart. Let's take a look over here. Euro USD. Let's take a look at this chart. Euro USD. No trade range. Sell at price going below this wick over here. You took a sell. Price is coming down. 13 pips range. Enough range for 8 to 10 pips trade. Very nice. Yeah, that's a good analysis for price to continue bearish. I think Euro is also going to continue moving bearish over here. Some guys are talking about extended lockdowns in the UK. So I think if we do break below this technical area here, 1.37095, we can continue moving bearish over here in this 15-16 pip range on pound USD. USD CAD chart, waiting for support to be made around here in order to retest the previous high. I think you could also find some sort of a confirmation on the 15-minute time frame, you know, with respects to candles breaking the highs to continue bullish and those sort of ideas. Would you look at impulse entry if GU goes below the 15-minute low? Yes. Let's take a look on the 5-minute time frame over here. Yeah, I think we're going to continue bearish at this point. This is going to be the bearish run over here for price to continue down. You have like a 12, 13 pip risk for price to continue down to the wick fill 10 pips away, and then continue on moving down like 16, 17 pips away down here. Man, lots of volume here today. Wednesday is rocking and rolling here. Let's take a look over here. Oh, what's this? We have an arrow going down. Same image is forming like in the past over here. Oh, right over here. Oh, same image for price to continue. Yeah, if we break below this support you have, then we can continue on down. That's correct. Are you trading live? Yes. What about the non-trusted Chinese indicators? I think what the Chinese indicators are going to be saying is they'll be saying that pound is weak and euro is weak. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, see, pound is weak, yen is strong, pound is weak, dollar is strong. So you know, euro USD should continue dropping, pound USD should continue dropping. So you know, that's all we see here today. And we can see right now GPUSD is about to close in about 50 seconds over here, and this is going to be a pretty good indication for price to continue dropping at this point. Mr. Borga Rabi, hey Raja, what do you think about this trade? Let's take a look at this. Mr. Borgar Rabi. So this is a gold sell. Price broke minor support. Came down to 1838. Nice. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good trade over here. Nice trade you had coming down. So we're about to close in about 14 seconds, 15 seconds. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Let's take a look on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it looks good for price to continue bearish. I'd be willing to take a sell at this point. Ooh, candle closed with no wick. 15-minute candle closed with no wick. Yeah, I wouldn't be taking a sell over here. I have to respect my rules. And my trading rules are, whenever a candle closes with no wick at the bottom or at the top, I stay away from that trade. No matter how juicy it looks, no matter how far it falls, I have to follow my rules. And that's one of my rules. So I'm gonna stay away from this. Even though I think it's going to continue moving, dropping over here, I'm still going to stay away from this because, you know, it doesn't really fit my rules over here. Where would you have put the stop loss on GU? I think it would be above this 5-minute candle right over here for price to continue down. But candle closed with no wick at the bottom, so I wouldn't even take this trade. I want to ask you, please, in your opinion, if someone is making a strategy, how much time do you think he should test it to prove profitability? I think over like 3 months, 4 months. 3-4 months is a pretty good time to spend on a strategy. Yeah, it looks like we're going to continue moving bearish over here in pound USD. We got a major support down at this point. This is what I like about Raja. Pure character, this man. Pure character. I remember last week Ted took a trade and Raja held back because he stays true to his rules. Oh, yeah, man, gotta stay true to my rules. Pound yen is also dropping. GU is also coming down over here. Nice. See, we indicated it's going to continue moving down, right? There was no buys. We indicated it should continue moving down, but the only reason I stayed away from this trade was because the candle closed with no wick. You know, so that kept me away from the trade. Otherwise, I would have taken this trade no problem at all for price to continue down. And if someone did take this trade, I mean, you're in profits at this point, right? So now you're expecting this wick to break for price to continue moving bearish. What is it about gold that makes you decide not to trade it? Nothing really. Like if I can catch it at the right time, I'll trade it. But for the most part, Like, I just like watching it move here and there because I'm mostly focused on pound yen and how I can anticipate and take moves on pound yen.
Pound yen is a handful enough,
Yeah, it's actually handful enough. All right, let's take a look over here. Resistance made to retest the low. Nice, perfect. Closed 10 pips at 80%. Beautiful. It was a great market structure here, and I think it should continue moving bearish. It was amazing market structure. Same thing is happening on pound yen over here. We're about to come down to the support at this time. And we're going to see if we break below the support to continue bearish. This is something I'm going to be waiting for this candle to close and then see if we can take sells on the next candle to continue moving bearish. Can to close with no wick just mean there was a lot of momentum? Yes, it can mean that as well, but from my experience, what I've seen is that when a candle closes with no wick, there's a 50-50 chance that price is either going to continue moving or it's going to retrace. So that's based on what I've seen in the market, and due to that, I decide to stay away from candles that close with no wick. But if you've seen something different and it aligns with your comfort level, then obviously you can take that trade, right? But from what I've seen personally, I stay away from them. Even if that means I'm going to miss a trade, it doesn't really bother me at all.
I think classically, when they teach candlesticks, without a top wick means that it's either bullish, really extreme bullish pressure, or extreme bearish pressure. And that's something that when I came here, like sort of you had a different concept on it, because I always treated it as a guarantee in my direction,
Yeah, that's what I used to look at as well. But then, the things I saw in the market made me think that okay, maybe you want to be a little bit more careful. Do you care that GJ hasn't been so high since September 2020, which should mean that it is a short resistance or no? To be honest, I didn't really look into that it hasn't been this high since 2020. I just based my prices off of the levels we have, like if we have the support, if we break support, where can we go? If we break resistance, where can we go next? Those are the only things I look at. But if it hasn't been this high enough, then it is what it is. We really can't change that. Okay, what's this? What do you think about Oanda charts? I have no idea. It had a wick in the 15-minute. Any reason you use FXCM? I have never compared liquidity feeds. That's all what they are, liquidity feed, right? I've never compared liquidity feeds. I just stick to one liquidity feed, so I don't get confused like that. Please, can you close my trader on GU? I have no idea what that means. Man, sometimes the gulag asks some weird questions, man. My pair is still at this support. In this ranging area over here. It hasn't really moved at all. Nothing. Your JPY also didn't close below. It went right back in the range. 15-minute candle kind of like, ooh, not even the 15-minute candle. Not even the 15-minute candle closed below support. It came right back in the range. So there's a bit of a waiting involved now. Let's see here. Can we call this GJ movement and sudden rejection as a liquidity grab? Probably not, because we're still ranging. We got resistance up over there, we got support down over here, so it's just bouncing off of support. So we'll have to kind of wait and see if we're going to break the support or not. What's the target for GJ sell? I think it's going to be around 142, 150 based on the 30-minute time frame right down over here. This is going to be the first target if we do break below support. This is what I'm anticipating price to continue into. But obviously, if there's volume and price continues dropping more with heavy volume, then we can see a target down at 141,970. Why do you not trade with FTMO? Because I have my own funds to trade. I don't need anyone else's money to trade. That's why. This is pound yen wickfill. All right. But what you're missing here is, I think what you're missing is, you're missing the support right over here. That's what you're missing, that support. So your take profit is below this support. I'm not sure why your take profit is below the support. If we don't break the support, we're not moving down, right? So we need to break that to continue down. But I'm also looking for sort of like a selling scenarios over here as well. So a bit of a waiting here. The 30-minute candle is about to close in about 6 minutes. So we're going to see if we can break the low to continue down or not. Because if we do break this low on the 30-minute candle, I think we can have a pretty good move for price to continue bearish. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Simulate if pound yen broke the resistance. Where's the next target? Next target is around 142, 700, 720. Let's simulate what if price breaks down. Let's just focus on what's happening currently. Let's not focus on what's not happening. Let's focus on what may happen in the next 30 minutes or in the next 20 minutes. This is where guys confuse themselves, because they start focusing on things which are not happening rather than focusing on which might happen now. So we might go down, so let's just focus on where sells can happen.
Coach, I think if this 30-minute closes like this, on the next 30-minute, I'll be willing to take an impulse. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's good. Same thing.
Yeah, same here. I'm looking for an impulse entry on GG.
Ooh, someone took a sell up over there for price to continue down. All right. We got 5 minutes left. Five minutes left. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Man, why are people sending zoomed out charts? You guys know we can't see these, right? Why I took this trade, price came down, support, that's why I zoom, risky trade, lowered lots, nice. So you took a risky trade on the 5-minute chart in the range, but you made it, still pretty good. But I'm waiting for this candle to close so I can take a sell for price to continue down. Let's take a look on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it's going to be worthwhile to wait for it to close. Now here's the thing. While I'm waiting for the candle to close, right, price can continue moving down to this support in the next 4 minutes. If that happens, it happens. Can't really do anything about it. So the first thing is going to be to wait for the candle to close, and the next one to break the low and then take an impulse entry for price to continue down. That's something I'm looking to execute on. And if that doesn't happen, then, it doesn't happen. Where would my stop loss be? I think it's going to be, so now, since if I take an impulse entry on the 30-minute time frame, and if I look at the 30-minute, if my stop is going to be around 18, 19 pips, so in my head, that's kind of like a bigger stop loss, right? So I may want to drop down to the 15-minute time frame, and then I may have my stop above this 15-minute candle, which is going to be around 11, 12 pips over there. So that's something I'm going to look at. Sorry guys, I'm new here. When you're talking about impulse entry, you mean you want to wait this current candle to close bearish and enter when the next candle breaks its low? Yes. Exactly. All right, we got 3 minutes left here to wait. Mr. Omar Cherney from the Gulag. Hey Raja, would you have taken this one? Man, the Gulag is pretty active today. The Gulag. Gold sell. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a beautiful trade on the 5-minute time frame on gold. Perfect market structure. Came up, retest, came down to retest this low. Very nice. All right, so we got 2 minutes. What would a candle indicate if the open and the close has no upper wick asking just in case the 15-minute candle closes like this. So if the 15-minute candle closes like this, right? And if this candle has no top wick, this basically means is that the price didn't even have enough volume to make a top wick, right? It couldn't even move bullish to make a top wick. It just fell straight down. So that means there was a lot of bearish volume at that time. So if the next candle can break this low over here, I think that's going to be a pretty good indication for price to continue moving bearish. And that's something I'm waiting for here.
Well, the gulag's on point today. They've been quite good.
Yeah.
You know, they've not been asking you how much you lift or what you do during the day. It's not bad.
Yeah, I just want to see these things fall here today so we can have a profitable Wednesday here today. All right, Mr. David Yuja. Actually, let's take a look at this chart here first. This is GJ, 30-minute chart. Let's assume we close below support. What is your thoughts on the wicks to the left? Yeah, I still think we're going to continue down. Also, the area around where I have drawn circle, will that make you hesitant from taking a sell? No, not really, because this is the area I've pointed out right over here where we're anticipating price to come down to. And that's it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, you know. But there will be overwhelming confluences for price to continue down. Because one, we're at the support. Second, if the next candle breaks the low over here, then there's a high probability for it to continue bearish. So that's something I'm going to be looking into at this point. Still got about 40 seconds left over here. Let's take a look at this chart. This is a sell on Euro USD. Oh wow, you're looking for a sell below that area. Nice. Let's see if that works. Okay. We're closing at support. 1 hour candle is at support. Almost like a wick fill. All right.
Roger, quick question. You said for the next candle to break the current candle's low or break the 30-minute low?
This is the 30-minute, right?
Yeah, but
yeah, this one.
Gotcha.
The ideal scenario is going to be for this candle to wick up. If it wicks up, perfect. That's going to be amazing. You know, and then if it breaks the low after wicking up, that's going to be amazing move over there. So we have to wait at this point now. Let's measure this right over here. It's going to be around 9-10 pip stop loss for price to continue down, and hopefully we break this to continue down further. It's going to be amazing.
FOMO, but I think we're gonna get that drop, man.
All right, perfect. Yeah. Stop is above the previous 15-minute candle, and anticipating price to continue down towards at least 142, let's say 140 down over here. So again, I'm going to say this. Impulse entries are extremely risky entries, right? Whenever you're taking an impulse entry, understand that you could have a loss extremely quick. And if you're taking 1 trade a day, and if you take an impulse entry, and if you take a loss, then you're done for the day, right? So just putting it out there. Wrong entry. Oh yeah, that's fine. You know, we take these I take these entries every day. You know, so if I have 1 loss and 5 wins, that's perfectly fine.
It's part of the game also.
Yeah, part of the game. 30-minute candles retracing. Let's take a look at gold. Looks like gold is just going to range over here for interest rates here at this point. I hesitate to enter as it breaks the low in the first minute of the candle open. Nice. Yeah, that's good. That's what I thought about. All right, I closed everything at this point. Nice quick loss here for the first day over here. If we had the horn, that was saying pow, pow, pow. Man. All right. Trade 1. GJ sells. -9 pips. Yeah, I think I know what I did over here. Entered way too early as it broke the low in the first minute. Yeah, that was my mistake over there. I didn't really see it properly as it broke the low in the first minute. I entered the trade and I paid the price.
And if I could add, that 30-minute didn't have a top wick.
Correct. But now that we look like some support has been established, probably during New York Open we could get that push up.
Does anyone know how to switch between buys and sells on Magic Keys? Yeah, you need to press the white button at the bottom left corner. All right, so let's take a look at that logically, right? Enter the trade when the first minute. Yeah, I think that was a bad move there. I broke my own rule at that point. Made a rookie mistake. It's okay. It's okay.
Just a little bit early. If it broke the you see the wick a little bit to the left of it as well, the other 30-minute low. If it broke the other 30-minute low, I think that would have been a little bit better.
Yeah.
At 251, because it done it in the first few minutes of the candle as well. So I think it was just a little bit of an early entry. Maybe we might be just getting a pullback before we break low again. So we haven't broken the 30-minute highs yet. So let's see.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is what you mean. Oh, is this what you mean? Candle with no top wick in a bullish candle happened only yesterday. Yes, when the candles have no top wicks, this means there are less ranges over here. Plus also this is different because this was also in this range over here. So that made a big impact at that point. All right, so first attempt was a dumbass attempt. Price is coming back down now, and we're going to see if we can give this bias a second chance.
Oh, you said bias, yeah.
Bias.
Sell bias.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I want to say something to Mac, but I'm going to say it in the chat, not over here.
Don't say anything. Just stay quiet.
I like the rejection on the 5-minute candle project.
Yeah.
Just pay.
Yeah. If it starts breaking its own low over here, then I think it's going to be better to give this trade a second chance for price to continue down. Ooh, your JPY is just ranging over here as well. Not really moving at all. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a AUD USD. Entered when candles broke the low. Oh, nice. Perfect. This was a much better impulse entry over here on the 30-minute time frame. Hey, Wix not lie. Regarding tax, do you get taxed on your business account as well as your personal account? And would personal tax be more if one doesn't own a business account? Yes. So I get taxed on my personal account and I get taxed on my business account. That's how it goes. So for 2020, I claimed $200,000 in income, paid $70,000 in tax on my personal account, and on the company account, paid around $140,000 in tax. So, like, when you make money, you got to pay tax. That's how it goes. You can't escape tax. So total tax was like 13%, so you can do the math. Hello, sir. Sir K. Who's Sir K? Oh, I think Sir K is Kerwin.
Oh, Kerwin.
What do you think about the high time frame on gold? Looks like it could drop big time towards daily low.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Send a chart. Show me where you're looking, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm looking on gold. But yeah, makes sense. I'm still, based on the higher time frames, I still believe we can reach 1830 on gold.
Morning, everyone.
Hello.
All right, let's take a look over here. GU 30-minute candle closed below previous support. Took the trade on 30-minute retest of a broken level support. Oh, nice. Still got this clean range over here. I'm still eyeing these sells over here. Normally, when I have a bias, right? I have a bias, and if I get stopped out on my bias once, I'm going to give my bias a second chance. I think the first trade taken here wasn't really a good entry at all. It was like very premature entry over here at that point. So I'm going to be willing to give my bias a second chance once we start breaking below 142.259. And it's coming down right over here now. As it comes down, where's my... It's right here. Got my magic keys on hand. So I think it's going to be a very good move if you start breaking below here now again. Do some research on the Cayman Islands. They have zero tax, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know all that. Man, all of a sudden everyone becomes like experts on everything. Like, relax. Especially the gulag. We have experts on everything in the gulag over there. Don't you think I've looked into those things? Still got about 5 minutes left over here. Still haven't really broken below that area. I think it'll be better to see this 5-minute candle close like a strong bearish candle for it to continue down. Why are you stressing on that L? No, not at all. I'm just explaining what my thought process is. In my opinion, when I enter an impulse entry, I always wait for the bullish candle in support for the next candle to break the previous low. I think it is safety for impulse entry to work. What do you think? Yeah, I think that's good. So you're waiting for the bullish candle in support and for the next candle to break the low. Yeah, I mean, if you look at this 5-minute candle right over here, as it's coming down, it's going to close in about 10 seconds. It needs to break these lows over here for price to continue bearish. Because can't really take another premature entry at this point. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. This was pound yen. Oh, same idea over here. You took impulse entries, should have waited. Yeah. Alright, boys and girls, pound yen is coming in the vicinity to continue dropping at this point. It just needs to come a little bit lower. We got about 5 minutes left for this 15-minute candle to close here as well. So it's an extremely delicate situation. Once we break below this low, we have clean traffic going all the way down to this area here. When looking at chart, is it best to continue looking at only one time frame, or does it matter because you have to? Yeah, so it's better to look at all time frames, right? Because you want your time frames to match the overall bias. Because if you look at this 5-minute candle, this is still open. We haven't really broken the lows over here. We look at the 15-minute candle, this is still open here as well. And if this closes bearish, I think that's going to be a much better indication for price to continue down. Okay, there we go. There's my second entry there.
Nice.
Second attempt at this same bias over here. And I mean, if I get stopped out over here again, then basically I'm done for the day at that point. Because usually I give my trades 2 chances, and this is the second chance I'm giving my trade. So it's above this rejection area around 142.340. Hey, Noah King, can you please take a look at this chart over here? Let's take a look here. This is a Euro USD entry price here. Take profit up over here. Stop loss down over here. Yeah, it makes sense. I think the only thing you want to see at this point is for price to kind of like respect this minor support over here, and then continue moving up. Now, since I'm in this trade over here the second time, what I'm going to be doing is I'm looking at risk management here now, right? So if the 5-minute candle, if we break above the highs over here, I'm closing 50% at that point. I'm already down about, let's say, like 1%. So if I close 50% right over here, I'm reducing my risk. And then if we start breaking this high over here, I'm closing my entire position at that point. You know, because we expect this candle to close bearish. If this closes bearish, it's going to be closed on the 15-minute time frame here as well. And then, like, you know, that's going to have our higher confluences for price to continue moving bearish. But we always got to think in terms of how are we going to manage risk in this trade. The first one we took over here, there was no way to manage risk. You know, it took a full loss over there. But this one, we have some highs to play off of, so we can manage risk at that time. We got a lot of people in the gulag saying it's a strong zone and this and that. Listen, I still got to follow my rules, right? If I see something that I have to execute on, it matches my rules, then I'm going to take that trade. Wow, man, some people are saying close your position. Damn, why?
The 15-minute looks good though. We're closing below with the 15-minute. We're closing below
Yo.
that area to the left.
Wow, the gulag is so negative, man. They're like, close your position, man. It's a strong zone.
They are. That's what you gotta do. Reverse psychology.
Wow,
Gulag
gee.
was going good today, and now it's degenerated again.
That's
Yeah.
a clean move.
I had
There
my
you
sell
go.
stop at 142.250. It didn't get
Nice.
triggered, and when it got triggered, I had zero drawdown. Like
Beautiful.
right now, zero drawdown. So
Yeah, see, so at this point, I'm up about, like, you know, 5 pips over here, 6 pips. So if it comes back to my entry point, I'm going to be closing everything at break even. The reason why is because I already took one loss, right? And I don't want to compound on that loss. And the only way I'm going to be compounding on that loss is going to be letting this trade run in a drawdown. You know, so I don't want to compound on that loss. So if it comes back to my entry point, I'm going to be closing everything at that point. But so far it looks good. Just going to trail my stop loss down, and yeah, perfect. Let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame. Beautiful close over there.
Sorry.
Did you use the same lot size? Yes, same lot size. Gonna put my stops at break even over here, and if it comes back up, just gonna close it at break even. Ooh, got stopped out. Retraced here a little bit higher than I expected.
Yeah,
Trade
it's retesting that area 142, 260. You should respect that area though.
Yeah.
My entry still 4 pips above.
Yeah, it still has clean room to go down. It's just like I want to be really, really conservative with my, like, you know, with my drawdown here today.
Yeah.
Would you not take another entry at retrace? No. No, 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 no. No entry at retrace. But as long as we start respecting this high over here, I think there's a very good opportunity for it to continue moving down towards 140 to 150. GPUSD also came down to the support we had highlighted here. It's kind of like the same support we have on pound yen over here as well. If you look on, if you look to the left-hand side, right down over here, it's just like it's retracing and it's moving a lot more than GU.
Yeah.
Do you think it's creating a top wick? Looking at it on the 15-minute time frame, it looks like it's creating a top wick. So if it's creating a top wick, you don't want this candle to break the high of the previous candle. you know, as long as it respects the high of the previous candle, there is still like a confluence for price to continue moving bearish.
To be honest, I wanted to mirror the candle to the left and 1 hour.
On GJ.
Yeah, on GJ.
Oh
1 hour
yeah.
candle to the left. I wanted to mirror that candle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it also has around 11 minutes left for it to close. So, you know, by this time would have anticipated it to be down over here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you increase your lot size on the second attempt to cover for the previous loss in order for you to finish the day in profits? No. I keep the same lot sizes. There's no reason to increase lot sizes after you've taken a loss. That's what the majority of people do, and that's why you guys lose, man. That's why the majority always loses. Because here's the thing, when you take a loss, and when you increase the lot size after a loss, it doesn't make any sense. Because what if you lose on that trade, right? Now you've really compounded your loss at that time, right? But if you take a losing trade and let's say you've managed your risk at that point, then you can use the same lot size on the second trade, like to give your trade a second chance, just like what we did over here. And I think it was a beautiful thing where I had my stops at break even, because now I would have been in drawdown, right? So I ended the day in 9 pips negative, but if I didn't put my stops at break even, I would have ended my day in a 9 plus some pips in negative, you know, would have really compounded my loss over there. So, like, you know, like it's a very delicate situation when you're trading. You got to control your mindset too. And after this, I'm not going to try to look for another trade. I took 2 trades, you know, one was a loss, one was break even. That's it. Someone is saying, do the opposite of what he says. Yeah, but don't do it all the time. Because you're going to lose.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can do the opposite of what I say. I can agree to that, you know, but not all the time.
Kerwin, are you in these cells?
I got stopped out.
My
But still,
stop,
you still have the chance that it's gonna
yeah,
drop.
my stop loss is above the 5-minute resistance.
Yeah.
Just gonna hold it, see what happens.
Hey Raja, I'm having trouble letting the price run to my TP. I keep getting nervous and scared. How do I overcome that and trust my analysis? I think like a lot of people have that issue, like, you know, where you don't have enough trust in your confidence for price to continue running. And I think the best thing to do at that point is to close majority of your positions whenever you're getting scared, right? Close majority of the positions and leave like a tiny position run. For example, let's say you took a sell, right? And you take a sell with a 1 lot and now you're getting scared. So whenever you're getting scared, close off 90-cent lot and leave like a 10-cent lot running, right? And if that runs to your take profit, man, your confidence is going to increase a little bit, you know? And as you keep positions run and as you keep taking the same trades over and over again, a point is going to come where you're going to say, okay, like, you know what? I've done this a lot of times. I've seen this happen a lot of times. So maybe at this point, I'm going to leave, let's say, a 50-cent lot run or like a 70-cent lot run. You know, so it's totally normal. It's just a confidence issue at this point. So whenever you get scared or you get hesitant, just leave like a tiny position run. And if it continues running, man, beautiful. You know, so it's just going to take time and you're going to get better at that. Let's take a look over here. This is a pound yen 15-minute chart. This was the first half of the candle. Stop started up over here. Took an entry as price broke below the low. Risked $1,000. Lost $149. Oh, nice. That's amazing. Beautiful. That's good, man. If you can manage risk, it's amazing. That's why lots of people are not profitable, because they take one loss and they start blaming people. Yeah, I mean, that's all good. I mean, I take losses all the time. You know, I take losses all the time, but I don't get emotional about those losses. I mean, I know exactly why I lost over here. I know exactly why I lost the first trade. I entered way too early. Ended up in a loss. You know, in the second trade, yeah, it is what it is. It was supposed to go down. It didn't go down. It is what it is, you know. Got to take that as a probability of it not working out, you know. So now after 2 trades like this, will you attempt a third trade? No, I'm not going to attempt a third trade, because if you look at my rules of trading, my rules of trading are this, right? I have 3 rules of trading. So there's a 3 strike rule. 3 strike rule. 3 strike rule means if I get 3 wins, call it a day. If I get 2 wins, 1 loss, call it a day. You know, call it a day, whatever. And if I get 2 losses, call it a day. This is my rule over here. 3 strike rule. 3 wins, I call it a day. 2 wins, 1 loss, call it a day. 2 losses, call it a day. So I consider break even a loss as well, you know, because it wasn't a win. So I call it a day. Because now if I take a third trade, man, if a third trade is a loss, now then I'm going to have 2 losses, you know, so it doesn't really make any sense. I thought your strategy was 100% win rate. Yeah, we try to get 100%, you know, but we fall between like, you know, 70%, 80%. Why do you think the second trade did not work out? I think the second trade did not work out. Okay, let's take a look at this right over here, right? So second trade had clean candles going all the way down. I think it didn't work out because there wasn't, the probability wasn't there, you know. That's all what it is. Hey Raja, is there a discount to buy magic keys once you join market fluidity? Yes. Yes, if you're a member of market fluidity, you get discounts on magic keys. Email, yeah, just send a message in Slack and someone's gonna get you a coupon code. Second trade respected the 5-minute support. I mean, yeah, if you want to look at it that way, it respected the 5-minute support, but we based that trade based off the 30-minute time frame. And I would say that there wasn't enough probability, I guess, for price to continue down. So I'm going to find comfort in that. You know, there wasn't enough probability. Now we're coming back in the range. This candle is closing back in that range over there, the 1-hour candle. All right, let's take a look at gold over here. Gold is obviously ranging over here, just like it is. We have huge news coming in today for gold. Huge news. Interest rates. US dollar is going to go in turmoil, man. These are going to be the rates under the new administration, the Biden administration. And this is going to be interesting to see what happens. I read somewhere that they'll be increasing their rates, but I can't find that article. I don't know where I looked at it. I looked at my browser history. I can't find it. I think it was on my iPad. But I don't think they're going to do it this early over here. Why do you say 3 wins, call it a day? Don't you encourage not taking trades after having a win because it might result in a loss? That's my rule. You know, like sometimes I'm confident, sometimes I take a trade, sometimes I take another trade, and when the stream ends, and then I take another trade and I win that trade. So that's my rule, you know. So you got to make, so you have to make your own rules, because you can't compare my rules to your rules, right? I encourage people to just take 1 trade and call it a day, but sometimes, like, you know, when you get experienced enough, once you have enough time spent in the charts and in the market, then you can kind of like bend your own rules a little bit, right? About the broker commission that you buy magic keys, is the $7 lot commission all of it counted or just portion of it for X 3.5? Oh, so yeah, it's the full commission. So basically what the question is that on the brokerage, once you trade, can you use the commissions to buy magic keys? Yes, so it's going to be full commission. Like if you take a trade with 1 lot and you pay $7 commission. So that $7 gets put aside, you know, and so as you keep taking trades and as the commission goes from $7 to $155, then you can use that to buy magic keys. That's how we have it set up. So it's not like 50% and things like that. So we're looking to start at around on the 8th February. We're basically starting on the 1st, but we want to make sure there are no hiccups like for the first week. So then we're going to start at the 8th. Obviously announcements are going to be made. This 1 hour candle is also about to close. New York session is about to open. If it closes above 142, 280, we're respecting the support at this point. Looks like opening a brokerage is a good idea. You can't lose money. Wow, that's a pretty. I think that's a. I don't even have the word for that because you do lose money. I mean, if you lose a trade, you lose money.
Misconception.
Yeah, it's a big misconception there. I mean, maybe you need to do some more research on how brokers work. You do lose money, man. Yeah, look at that 4 hour. 4 hours got like 1 hour left to close. It's still respecting that support. I was really hoping the 1 hour candle to close below support so we can get a little bit of a correction of this bullish move from yesterday. But looks like we're closing back above that support now. Back in this ranging area at this point. Hey Raja, how are you? I'm great. Can you tell me what you think about Euro GBP? Euro GBP. I think you need to send a chart. So you need to send a chart and we're going to take a look at it. And then we can give you a better idea on Euro GBP. Isn't losing money on your own brokerage like donating to your own YouTube stream? No, you do lose money. Man, what are you guys talking about? I mean, you take a losing trade goes into the market, you lose money. Man, people, I think they don't have enough I mean, you guys have to do your research. Do research, get education on how things work, and then talk about them. I think too many people have voices where they shouldn't have voices to comment on things they don't know anything about. Johnny sins on just one pair and study all day using 15-minute candles as the smallest one. If the pair is volatile, better. Oh, I'm not sure what that means. Hey Raja, you didn't follow your rules and waited for support to form, got in too early. I think the entry was really good. First entry was kind of like early entry, got that loss. Second was really good after we broke the lows over here for price to continue down. It just wasn't enough probability there for price to continue on. You know, as if you look right now price is just hanging in there, you know, like this indecision candle, so we're not sure where price is going to go next. Looking at gold over here too, gold is at this very, very strong support. And if we break the support, oh wow, if we break the support, I think we can continue down to 1828 or even 1832. Way down over here to fill this wick. But if we respect the support, then I guess we can target this wick with the interest rates after when we come in. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a US 30 chart. Entry as 2030 15-minute broke support. Oh, nice. Well done. You hung it in there and it worked out perfectly. I've only taken one trade, lost 8 0.8% of my account, and Magic Keys is saying not enough percentage margin for trades. How do I change the setting? You can change the setting in the parameters. GU is also about to break these supports at this point. Pound yen is also coming down. The thing is now, this is not enough confirmation over here because, you know, we got this support at this point. And then the range becomes way smaller over here. It's like a 6-7 pip range over here. So this is where analysis gets pretty tricky because, like, you know, you have smaller ranges and you want to take sells. You're not sure if it's going to continue down or not. You know, so it becomes very difficult over there. Let's take a look at this chart. This is a 30-minute chart. Hey, Raja entered when the second half of this candle broke its own low. Will close 50% if 15-minute high is broken. Okay, that's a good idea. So you're basically holding on to this trade over here. So if the 15-minute high is broken, or even if this 30-minute candle breaks its own high, I think that's going to be a good idea to close 50%. But overall, if this candle does close bearish, I do think we're continuing down at that point. Because now we're going to have much stronger confirmations as support was held over here, held over here, held over here, really held over here. Look, price went all the way down and came right back up in the range. But if this candle closes bearish, then there are overwhelmingly high confluences for the next candle to really continue moving bearish. So that's where all the weighting is going to go now at this point. Very delicate situations today. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Euro GBP. We finally got that chart in the gulag. This is, ooh, wrong chart. Oh man, you got the chart, but the wrong chart. Ooh. Yeah, I just gotta wait over here now. Can you please turn on closed captions? I don't even know how to turn on closed captions over here. I'll try.
Pound is playing games.
Yeah, man. He's just playing games. You gotta. This is a waiting situation over here.
Yes.
I hope no one is over trading. I hope no one is emotional trading at this point, man, because you can get into that emotional trading roller coaster really quick. Really quick. So you gotta really relax and wait for the 30-minute candle to close. Just chill out. Wait. The best thing I do is, first thing in the morning, I've basically switched from coffee to green tea with honey. And man, amazing change. My energy levels are up. I know coffee, you know, wakes you up and this and that, but man, try green tea. Just insane change. Insane. How do you stay relaxed? Green tea, man. You stay relaxed. You know? And also knowing, like, okay, you know why algorithms and robots, they trade so well? Because they follow their rules, you know? So you got to trade like a robot. I trade like a robot in terms of risk management. Like I took 2 trades and now I know I don't have to take any trades till tomorrow. So now I just have to wait till tomorrow. You know, that's it. Lost 10, got back 4. Oh, what? Lost 10, got back 4. Great learning lessons. You never learn when you win. We only celebrate. We only learn from losses. Yes. You start to taking a cold shower for like a minute or 2 in the morning. Great benefits. Work better with coffee. Oh. I shower at night most times. Cold shower in the morning. No, cold shower at night and then warm bed. Oh man, that must feel really good. Wow, look at that. See, no sells at that point. We had the support over there.
Yeah, the current 15 minutes looks like it did a retest to that support. And if we start breaking above the 142, 350, then that's gonna be a massive fake up based on the lower time frame, based on 15 minutes.
But Kerwin, you know what else?
Uh-huh.
We have this clean candles over here that came down.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get confirmations that we're rejecting the support and creating bullish candles, then I think we could get that move up with, like, with the overall trend, which is bullish.
Yeah. I mean, the way everything is looking right now is basically just a pullback on the daily candle, man. And this is crazy, dude.
Someone in the gulag said, yo, this Hispanic guy keeps changing his mind.
You have to adapt to the situation, man.
No.
Be fluid. That's it. Be fluid.
Yeah, I cannot be married to this sell on GJ though. I gotta see the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is the daily candle from yesterday closed really nice, bullish. So why I'm gonna marry a sell off on GJ, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it moves around 80 pips a day on average.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna go for 10 pips, sometimes you have 10 pips on that retracement.
Okay, let's take a look here. Gold sell. Someone sent a chart over here in the gulag. Let's take a look over here. This guy is really sending charts over and over again. Hey, okay, let's take a look at this chart. This is a... Oh, it's loading. Oh, there we go. 15-minute time frame. Man, this chart is too old. We're at... Oh, no, hold on. I don't know where this chart is from, but yeah, it looks good. Price came down. You enter the sell for the wick fill. Yeah, I think this one was it right over here. I'm having trouble taking partial profits because I'm getting greedy, but I have no problem closing partials and loss. I will try closing 80% of partials and letting the rest run from now on. Yeah, that's the best idea, to close partials and let the rest run. I really don't know how you keep your emotions in check after 2 losses. I know if I was trading, a part of me would have been itchy to jump back in. That's the one thing I seriously need to work on. Yeah, I think that's just from maybe just, I don't know, you just have to do it. There's no working on that. Like, it's not a muscle you need to build and work on that to get it bigger. It's not like you're trying to learn to drive a car. It's just like saying you took 2 losses and you're not going to trade again, and then that's it. I mean, look at my hands. This is how I keep my hands right now. Right? My hands are like this. Took 2 losses, man. Took 1 loss, 1 break even, and now my hands are like this. And I just move my hand to the mouse, and that's it. I just keep my hands like this, because I know I'm not going to take another trade. You just have to force yourself to that. There's no other way. There's no book written on how not to overtrade. There's no webinar on that. There's no secret sauce on that. It's just that how I don't know, like, how emotionally strong are you, or like how much control do you have on your own self for that. So you just have to chill out, relax, and let the price play out and wait for the next day. I see it like a casino. The more you lose at the casino, the more you risk and trade. You got to really stick it in your head. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Otherwise, you will never make it.
Yes.
Facts. See? Pullback is heavy, man.
I can see. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
I just want to say that I see Sacha happy fighting with someone.
Such is in bias right now.
Yeah.
Sacha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I see that happen so many times with GJ when came back to previous support, created minor support again, and we have clean traffic also on H1. So I was like, you know what? I risked only 1% instead of 2 because it was still a little risky since it was a doji creating that support.
Yeah.
But yeah, it made sense for me because I journaled that kind of trade before. Then I was like, I'm not gonna miss that again.
I was waiting for a better close on the 30 minutes, but
yeah, totally. So
yeah, great trade, man.
I waited, I waited for when I saw the wick starting to come down right away on that new 30-minute. I was like, it's gonna come up to create at least that top wick. So I actually enter one position right away. And as soon as they start rejecting the 250 QP, I was like, that's it, we're going up. And I entered my second position while going up. So
Very nice.
yeah, very nice. And I mean, all the other time frames are bullish also. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, I mean, I'm in a challenge with myself this week. I'm not taking any impulse this week, so so I had to wait for a closed candle, right?
That's nice.
Bien joué, Sacha.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
So let's see where that runner can go. Pressure can at least go tap.
Yeah, the thing is that we're gonna have the 4-hour close in 45 minutes more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is going up all the way to 140, 250 at least.
Oh yeah, that's my final destination for my runner. It's 500.
Yeah, just be careful with the new 4-hour wick, and that's it.
Yeah. Should be good. It was a long waiting game, man.
Patient pace.
Hell yeah. If this 30-minute close like this, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna continue
Yeah.
up for sure.
Yeah. I'm getting
So that
in once we
15
finish.
Yeah.
No doubt. What do you say, Kerwin?
No, nothing.
You're looking at,
Uh-oh.
you're watching gold.
Uh-oh. Say it.
Yes, say what you don't like, man.
No.
I know. We know you now.
No.
Man, we can read you.
No, I was. No, I was looking at GJ though. That if we can get a close back in range, man, the daily still have a lot of chance to continue going toward that top range. But I'm not gonna rush on this trade.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not rushing it.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
No, because like Carlos says, you gotta be aware of these 4-hour candle closings.
Yeah.
Just be careful with it.
The thing is that, is it gonna go all the way and retrace the 4-hour move
Maybe.
before it closed?
Oh, but I don't know. We still have like what 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That would be insane. I mean, anything's possible with GJ.
Yep.
You know, at this point, you see all that. I'm looking at the 4-hour, and man, that was a huge rejection to the downside. Huge liquidity grab there.
Problem is that bearish candle. It's basically just kissing that resistance on the 1-hour candle. So You never know if you're gonna get another rejection from there to retest the lows.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but I said it, once New York open, just look for support and boom. But I didn't
Yeah,
take any
Mac.
trades.
I'm with you, Mac.
That's good then.
Yeah, it usually happens. It happens a lot, so I didn't take any trade as we were getting close to 8 a.m.
We're getting close to 8 a.m.
No, nothing.
Sacha,
Oui.
c'est possible que ça monte jusqu'à 142, 590?
English, please. English.
Is it sorry? Is it possible to reach at 142, 15, 590?
Yeah, but yes, but you got all this range right now, so that's why I mean my final destination for runner it's 500 right now, so it might be possible to go all the way back up, but
Yeah.
I mean you got to be careful in this range right now.
Okay. Oh, actually, I'm just looking at the charts. I didn't take any trade right now.
Yeah, I really would want to see this 30-minute candle to close bullish to have stronger confirmation for price to move up. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. EuroCAD. Ooh, I've been seeing EuroCAD for the past 4 days, and for the past 4 days, I've only seen a winning trade on EuroCAD. So nice, man. Hey, you're doing good with EuroCAD. Trading and coffee. Good morning. Can you check this chart I took on GJ 5-minute time frame? Thank you so much. All right, let's take a look over here. Let's see how this 30-minute candle closes, and let's see if the next 30-minute candle is going to continue to, fill this clean range over here or not. This is price broke below lows, made a pullback, took a sell for price to continue down, broke the low over there. Oh, nice on the 5-minute time frame. Closed 75% as price moved into 1-to-1 and got stopped out at break even. Nice. But you managed risk over this. That's good. BBC says bomb disposal unit has been called to industrial estate where Astra vaccine is produced. Oh, wow.
I was just gonna say that's some crazy ass news, man.
Yeah. Bomb disposal at a vaccine center.
The UK stays wildin'.
Okay, always writing.
BBC News.
What's this? Mickey's updates. Been watching you for months. Here's my first chart. Okay, long time listener, first time caller. Let's take a look over here. First chart. Ooh, wrong chart. Come on, man. Wrong chart. All this time you've been listening and you sent the wrong chart. Shit. Why no one taking 142.400 as a resistance level? Yeah, it's like a resistance level right over here. We understand that part. But at the same time, we're in a uptrend over here. We're kind of like rejecting the support over here. We tried to break below once, twice. Couldn't really break below. And now it seems like as this candle's come to a close over here, there's an opportunity for price to continue up in this clean range over here. But obviously, like, if you want to draw a resistance there, now there's no trade over here. Now at this time, I think your better opportunity is going to be above 142.600 at that point, if you're counting that as a resistance, which is pretty valid still. Even if you look on the 15-minute time frame, you need these candles to kind of like stay bullish and close bullish for the entire 30-minute candle to continue bullish. But if the 30-minute candle closes with a wick on the top, and obviously that's going to mean the 15-minute candle is closing bearish, then there's no bias at that point, because then you would need this high to be broken for price to continue up. And if you measure this range, it's going to be like a 12, 13. I mean, if you want to extend it till like 600, it's going to be like a 15, 16 pip range over there. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a buy on pound yen 15-minute time frame. Nice. Price hit, take profit. Beautiful. 85% over there. And then your runner got stopped out at break even. Nice trade. When you will upload next Forex lesson videos? I stopped uploading Forex lesson videos on YouTube because a lot of people were taking advantage of that, like in the wrong way, so I stopped it. You know, just got to be a little greedy, you know? Just got to be a little greedy with that. There's a lot more information, though, posted on YouTube, though. There are a lot more videos, so you can go look at those. Someone is spamming the chat saying EJ, EJ, EJ. If you can say something else too, that's going to be helpful. Let's see here. It seems that it's not needed to remember all kind of different candle formations, draw support resistance, and wait for 30-minute candle to close outside of that zone or reversal. Is this correct? Yes, that's correct. I don't look at candle formations at all. I think looking at candle formations, I personally think looking at candle formations is a waste of time. Now, if someone's going to get mad at that, that's fine. You can get mad at that, but I personally think it's a waste of time. So the best thing is to just wait for a candle to form. I mean, if you get a 1 hour candle closing bullish at a support, then there's a higher probability for the next 1 hour candle to continue moving bullish. That's how I look at it as, you know. But obviously, like if you look at the 30-minute here, if this candle is closing bullish, we need to make sure that the 15-minute candle also stays bullish. But if it closes like with an indecision candle or it closes like a bearish candle, then it's basically respecting this resistance here to the left-hand side. Can you take a look at my managing risk? All right, let's take a look over here. We got 5 minutes left for this candle to close. This is, let's zoom in here a little bit. Entry when the support broke, okay. Number 3 point is missing. Close half and price came to my entry, beautiful. Close another half and my partial stop loss was hit and let the rest run. Oh, nice, beautiful. Managed risk, that's amazing. I think whenever we come towards trading, we should always focus on how to manage risk. Because if you can manage risk, because here's the thing, right? Most people, when they start trading, you're going to take losses regardless of what you do, right? And whenever you're taking losses, you need to understand that, okay, if losses is normal for me when I'm starting to trade, let me just see how I can manage risk at that point. Or to make sure that how can I make those losses smaller? Because if you can't make your losses smaller, profitability is going to be really, really hard. Right? So if you can learn how to make your losses smaller, like really manage risk, man, then I think your profitability is going to be very easy because you've mastered the first part, which is managing risk. And we're going to have a live virtual class on the 21st February at 9 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. You guys can see this list over here. So we're going to cover all these topics here on Friday. No, on Sunday, 21st February. I have a question. Do you think I can become profitable trading with only $300 to $400? Yes, you can. You can with $300 to $400. But at the same time, you need to see that, okay, what gains are you looking for? Are you looking for like 1% a day, 2% a day? Are you really looking to make a life-changing amount with those $300-400? See, now if you're looking to make a life-changing amount with those $300-400, it's going to be a very, very difficult task. It's going to be extremely difficult to change your life with $300 to $400, you know, because it's going to take a very long time. And once it takes a long time, you're going to be able to, and then you might, like, you know, take some impulse entries, you make some emotional trades because you're not getting the gains you want. So it's going to be a problem in that sense. What some members do here in market fluidity is that they get consistent on smaller accounts and then they move to funding talent, or they move to like, FT Mon or whatever the case is. Like I know Sacha got a withdrawal the other day from funding talent. Man, I saw that. I was like, oh wow, man, this guy got free money.
It was a small one, but yeah, I got a couple of those, and I just I don't post a lot of stuff because I have customers, family on Instagram, and one time I did that in the past, and it just like
they call you for money, right?
People got haters, So I'm like, screw this. I'm not posting any numbers on Instagram. I'm just gonna put in my story, but it's gonna be erased in 24 hours. So that's it.
Yeah, but at least we know that they're legit, man.
They're no, they're definitely
paying.
legit, and the girls are pretty cool. They're very listen. We brought some ideas and they actually listen. So no, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Oh, funding talent people?
Yeah. They're really amazing.
I really like these girls.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And
they're
right
cute,
now,
right?
I'm actually paused. I actually paused.
You're married, man. Respect. Sorry, Sacha.
No problem.
Look, no
I actually paused my account, and they were offering to one of the people to try the new challenge that they came up with to kind of compete FTMO. So now they kind of have a challenge style like FTMO. So basically, you need to do 8K in 30 days, and verification is 4K in 60 days. So I just paused my account, and now I'm trying their challenges for fun, just to see if it works, if everything's good, because I know people can ask questions and they want to find out if it's legit. So I'm like, well, why not? I'm still trading my live account at the same time, and that's it.
Wow, GG.
Nothing.
Carlos, GG is rejecting that hour resistance.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
It's in a very strange
situation.
Yeah.
Playing with fire in the middle of the range. Damn.
Yeah. Raja and Kerwin, could you guys give your thoughts about gold? If you look at the 15-minute, we could break the zone and go further up. How does it correlate with the 4-hour bearish candle? Let's take a look over here. So looking on the 4-hour, we're basically rejecting that support. We also broke below that support, so 4-hour candle is going to close in 30 minutes. So if you want to talk about the 4-hour candle, we can only talk about the 4-hour candle once it closes, right? It's open at this point. Looking at the 1-hour, we're also coming up to probably retest that support. Yeah, that's the only thing I see over here.
I really wanted to see a retest toward the 1845 to that previous break of the structure. If gold start respecting that 1845, you can look for sells later on around 9 with the new 4-hour candle, because the higher time frame is still bearish at that point. I don't want to see gold breaking above the 1845, to be honest. Anything closing in, let's say 1847, then it's gonna start in the middle of the range, and that I don't like it. Anything on anything above this area, it's gonna start ranging toward this area. Maybe you're gonna retest this area right here. So I rather want to see gold respecting this to continue selling.
Okay, hey coach, just got my first win for the year. Oh, nice. Let's take a look over here. First win of the year, gold 15-minute chart. Waited for the second half of the 15-minute candle before considering entries. Took an entry, closed full at 20 pips after 2 minutes. Wow, that's beautiful. Let's take a look over here on the 15-minute time frame. Nice. So you got to buy right over here for price to continue up. Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful move there. Well done. See, some win, some lose. So I'm a loser here for today because I lost the trade, and
That's
people.
okay, man.
Yeah, exactly. And people who won the trade, perfect. You got to call it a day at that point.
Yeah. Look at the 15-minute candle on GG, man. There's something going on with the pound.
Yeah, this is our new range over here now.
Yeah.
It's just heading lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done for the day anyway. I'm not gonna take another trade here at all now. Market is ranging. Haven't taken a trade. Should I call it a day? I see no market structure. Yeah, I mean, this is the point where I just see just strange things happening. I mean, nothing really makes sense over here. I mean, some things make sense, but it's pretty difficult at this point. So I called it a day probably like half an hour ago. Is everything?
Raja,
Hey, Michael.
hey, Raja, I don't know you noticed that somebody posted earlier somebody put bomb or they found bomb threats in the UK in the warehouse vaccine warehouse. I don't know, maybe you guys related with that.
Yeah, we saw that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. Ooh, GU is dropping straight down. Pound, the dollar is getting weak. Getting straight down. No, dollar is getting strong, sorry. Pound is getting weak. Would it make sense to trade standard lots on $1,000 account? No, it wouldn't make sense at all. Can you ask Sacha to explain his entry on that buy, please, and what his confirmation were when we were all looking at sells?
He did that already.
Yeah, he did that
He
already.
explained it.
Yeah, we did that.
Go watch the replay, man. All I wanna.
Let's see here. Man, these new restrictions are coming in pretty hot. Canada's gonna try closing all borders, international borders. They're gonna restrict flights leaving the country. Once they do that, they're gonna put travel bans, travel restrictions. You won't be able to move around provinces. And then it's gonna be like you won't be able to move around cities. Crazy things are happening, especially in the UK as well. The same things are gonna happen here soon.
Move to the States, brother. You have a lot of places to go without restrictions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's unreal. I mean, you go to Twitter and you see messages from the Prime Minister, do not leave your home. It seems like we're like governed by parents, like when parents used to say, hey, don't leave the home, don't go outside. It just feels like that, and I don't know. It's just a weird time we're living in right now.
But he was chilling not long ago in Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I mean,
you can, you cannot.
So yeah, restriction is for what? For the cheap? No, man.
What are the essentials you will include in a trading plan? A trading plan is going to include the time you trade. That's very important. Like, you need to pick a specific time to trade. Maybe like 3 hours, 2 hours a day. Do that. A pair to trade. What pair you're going to focus on, and then it's going to be like what your risk is going to look like. My risk per day is around like 1 to 2% a day, maybe 3% a day, but normally it's like 2% a day. So that's my risk, and then those things you gotta focus on, and you really need to stick to those times. And the most important thing is you need to stick to your pair, and you need to stick to the time that you're going to trade on. Think about the other people who are sick. Well, then those people can stay home. No need to step outside then. How do people often make the jump from £300 account size to be able to make 10,000 a week within a year? I don't know. You need to give an example of someone who jumped from £300 to making 10,000 a week, and then we can take a look into that and talk about that. I heard that all live streams will be banned to stop the spread of COVID. Yeah, because we're not doing any social distancing over here. Oh wow, Jews.
Sell off on gold.
GU is coming right down to the support over here. Looks like straight down. Dollar's getting super strong.
Gold is getting super weak.
Yeah, we got to break below 1838 for gold to drop.
Yeah.
Best way to grow a small account is to find a job and deposit. Yes, that's also one of the ways you can do that.
Well, I'm off, guys. Thank you very much, Raja, Uncle P, and everybody else. Have a good one.
Thank you. Take care.
Ciao.
Okay, what else can we do?
I think 1832 is a nice target for gold, Raja.
Oh yeah, I have it right over here. 1832. My ideas on your CAD high time frame. Let's take a look here by Damn G from the gulag sent a chart over here. EuroCAD 4-hour chart. So you're looking for price to break above this area to continue moving bullish, or to break below support to continue breaking down. This is good considering it's in a range and you're actually waiting for price to break above these zones. And also like the way you've marked your zones up too, so that's actually pretty good. If the 30-minute candle of GJ closed below support, is there any place for impulse entry? Let's take a look over here in 30-minute time frame. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. It's very difficult at this point. The 30-minute candle just started. We're creating a support over here, right down here, right? We're creating a support. If you look on the 15-minute time frame, you can see how this looks like a sort of like a fake out, but it's actually very, very difficult price action on a 15-minute time frame. The only good confirmations we have is probably waiting for the 1-hour candle to close and then waiting for the 4-hour candle to close. This is going to be your best bet. We got around 20 minutes left for the 4-hour candle to close, and it's going to be very important for you to wait for that 4-hour candle to close. Why do you let this person to do live stream? It's so unprofessional. I mean, I can't control people, right? I mean, what do you think I am? Am I like mother to everyone? I'm not everyone's mother, you know? Like, people can do whatever they want. Oh yeah, maybe I'm the dad.
He's referring to who?
He's referring to quarterly.
Oh.
Quarterly effects. No, man, she's a good person. Like, I mean, if you don't like the live streams, if you think something's wrong, then why don't you host your own live stream and do things right? You know, like, instead of complaining, just try to fix things.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
Also, it's free, man. If you're basically watching the streaming, it's free. You're not paying for anything. So move to the next one.
You should make a union of free live streamers.
Yeah, like a union.
Live streamers, dude. Oh, man.
Yeah, see, like Mack saw that there were some issues with the current Asian session live streams. So he's like, hey, wait a minute, let me just start my own Asian session live streams. And
right, you own up to it and you make it right, and that's it. You know?
Yeah,
exactly. You have complaints, go make your own live stream. I'll pay your internet.
That's what he did.
I'll pay your internet.
Yeah, so you can't really complain about things that are free. It's like going to the mall and getting a free food sample and then complaining about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here.
Yeah.
If the 15-minute candle breaks above this area here, can take impulse entry to go bullish. Let's see over here. So we got this range we can come into. Let's take a look on 30-minute time frame. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame here. 4 hours bullish, 1 hour is bullish, 30 minutes bullish. Yeah, that would make sense. I'd say that would make sense, especially once we break above 140. Yeah, you're right, 125.900 for price to continue up. Ooh, someone is saying it's actually Kerwin's stream. Mack is just the admin.
Oh, I can't believe you just read that.
Ooh.
Who said that?
No,
Come on, man. No.
Mack has to defend.
I'm gonna go bananas right now. Who said that?
Yo, you gotta defend yourself now.
Yeah.
Back for the president, bro.
Remember, this is the union.
That's a good one.
I go straight to HR and kick Kerwin out.
Yeah.
Hey, you're getting benefits up in this bitch. Sorry.
He's getting free insurance.
Free dental care.
Wow.
A couple of root canals a month. There we go. You know, Sacha for sure.
Oh shit, sorry guys. Oops. Gotta play the anthem, right?
Yeah, well, you just don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, I tried that once on YouTube, didn't work, man. I got kicked.
Remember the John Cena incident?
Jeez.
Man. John Cena was listening to the live stream. You can't see me now.
Hey, Kerwin.
Yeah, man.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, good, my brother.
Brother, you got a new outfit, man. I see.
Hey, new what?
New outfit.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that.
man. Thanks to Josh
Nice.
Lindsay.
Nice,
Yeah.
brother. You got them from the Sacha?
No, my friend Josh Lindsay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Treat you good, man.
Thank you, my brother. It's an amazing quality, man, to be honest. This is basically the black edition from Market Fluidity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have
Oh.
the
I have the gray edition. Give me 1 second.
next door right now? Like it's tripping.
Oh, yeah. That's a great edition.
I got the gray, red, and green edition.
Oh, crazy, brother.
Oh man, I feel like I gotta see a chiropractor because my back is not getting any better. Mac, I'm trying to reset it. Yeah, with pit stains and everything.
Wow.
Oh, what a shit show with DJ today.
Yeah, man. I know.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had what was that? a risk managed trade on GJ, but gold ran pretty good on Asian.
Kerwin,
Yep.
brother, you do US 30?
Yes. But no. This week I'm not touching US 30. I would like to see something better with this structure.
Yesterday we made a high on all-time high on nasdaq, and it dropped massively.
Yeah.
Because of the GameStop.
Yeah,
or
probably
whatever you
because
call
of
it,
the about that GameStop incident. These Reddit nerds. They were longing GameStop. Wow, this guy from Sichuan.
There's always manipulation in the market, to be honest. But nowadays it's heavy manipulation.
Yeah.
Like you saw the story about the GameStop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the next thing is gonna be AMC's beaters.
Mm-hmm.
It went up 225% overnight. AMC.
AMC, yeah. It's I think it's AMCX. The
Ticker.
instrument name, the ticker.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, Mac. It's interesting you're talking about AMC. Down here, the rumor was down in South Florida that if the AMC let go of them, they're going to try to turn them into offices and clinics.
What? For medical purposes?
Well, yeah, bro, because if no one's going back to the movie theaters, they're actually perfect areas to split up for office space.
That's
Oh,
so.
damn.
We can't let that happen, guys. Long AMCX. We can't let that happen. That's a childhood jam, same as GameStop, I guess. But
oh wow, look at this! Just received profit withdrawal alert in my bank account. It feels good. Thanks to the live streams. Someone in the gulag.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
High five.
This is buys when 30-minute candle bullish candle closed and price continued up, and you're still in this trade on pound yen to continue bullish. Let's take a look over here. So 15-minute candle is closing bullish over here. You got a range over here now. Now this is a small range over here at this point. So you're within this range. I think better buys are going to be above 142,400 over here because this is now established minor resistance over here. Have the 16 pip range all the way up over here above 142,400. Hey, what do you think about this entry? Send it so we can take a look at it. Hey Raja, how are you, buddy? Can you check this chart, please?
Buddy.
How are you, buddy? Your JPY, if support is formed, buys with stop loss below the current 30-minute candle. Yeah, your JPY is kind of like within this area. It's going to be better to wait for this 30-minute candle to close. Your 4-hour candle is also about to close over here in about 9 minutes. And the way the 4-hour candle is closing, it's going to be closing above the support here as well, which is pretty good. 1-hour candle is also closing above that support. That's a very strong established support over here. Because not only we retested the support in the Asian session, we also retested this in the New York Open as well. So that becomes very strong. Markets are weird today. I agree with that. I think the only clean move we had on pound yen was this one right over here earlier on in pre-New York. And after that, it's just been like we attempted 2 sells over here. It didn't really work out. Came back in the range. Now it's something I can't identify enough to execute a trade on. Let's put it that way. It's been 2.5 weeks and it's just up and down. I'm still at literally break even. So frustrating. That's actually not frustrating at all. That's a pretty good position to be in if you're at break even. Consider the amount of people who have already blown accounts in the first month of the year. Just think about that, you know. So if you're at break even, you need to look at a few things, right? Look at your losses and look to see, because if you can lower down your losses in hindsight now, you would have been up in profits, right? So always look at your losses and see how you could have reduced your losses, because this break even phase, this happens for a very, very long time for a lot of people, right? And the only way to get out of this break-even phase is to focus on the losses you had in the past and look at those losses and try to explain to yourself how you could have reduced your losses. Because in hindsight, if you could have reduced your losses, overall your profits are going to look much bigger, and you're not going to be at a like a break-even stage at that point. So like, you know, as you move along and as you take more trades and as your stops get hit more, you're gonna start to see that, okay, now you're managing your risk more at that moment, you know. So slowly you're gonna start to get out of that break-even stage. But don't get me wrong, that's like the longest stage to be in. What results would you suggest someone to see before trading a live account? I think start trading a live account from the get-go is going to be a much better idea, because like, you know, when you start trading a demo account, you're learning technical analysis, you're learning about risk management. That's all perfectly fine. But what you're not learning is how to manage money. That's what you're not learning on a demo account. Managing money, managing, like, you know, live drawdowns. That's a whole different new world. You know, when you go live, when you go in drawdown, how do you feel about that? Because even if that's $100 account, and if you go into like a $2 drawdown, that hits you different than a demo $1,000 drawdown, right? So I'm going to repeat, a live $2 drawdown, it affects you differently than a $1,000 demo drawdown. You know, so you got to learn about live money management when you go live, you know. So that's why I say, if you're going to start with a demo account, instead start with a $100 live account, you know, so you can start to really understand how to manage your emotions in the live market. So like, you know, learning about technicals is another thing, and learning about how to manage your emotions in the live market is a whole nother thing. Can I start with 1,000 euros? What would you suggest for the starter to do some good bet? I don't mind taking risk as I have a regular job. Yeah, I think 1,000 euros is pretty good. Like, if you have consistent income coming in, 1,000 euros is amazing. I mean, that's what I did. I started my first account with $1,000. I mean, my first was 200, but then my real first one was like $1,000. Started with $1,000. Do you have a video on trading plan? Yes, it's in my channel. I'm down $60 on one trade, but letting it ride. Okay. I mean, as long as you're managing risk, it's still pretty good. What's a good lot size for a $100 account? 0.01. Hey, Raja, do you know Zuniqa on Instagram? He shows how much money he makes with his live accounts. All right, let's take a look over here. Let's take a look. Zuniqa. Oh, okay, yeah, looks good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Spanish guy too. Ooh, your JPY broke above the high over here, 125.900. On its way now. It's like a 6-7 pip range over there. Broke above this 15-minute minor resistance here as well. How many times did you blow your accounts before succeeding? I don't think that's important from the perspective of, it's not important to know how many accounts it's okay to blow, you know, but I think I lost maybe 2 accounts. 2 accounts. But you know, if you can make it without blowing accounts, that's still pretty good. Hey Raja, asking all the way from Nigeria, do you think 5% target per day is too much? Yes, 5% is way too much. Way too much. You got to focus on like 2% a day, 1% a day. That's way better that way. Did you make any other calls except for GJ? Yeah, we did like a gold call. It was on like a 5-minute time frame. but it went super fast, straight down towards 1838, and after that, price has just been ranging on gold. But I'm ending my day with a loss though, with a 9 pip loss here today. What do you mean by blowing accounts? Is it losing all the money? Yes. Like imagine someone thinks blowing accounts means blowing air in the accounts. Blowing air in the account to make it bigger. All right, the spaceship is coming down. Hopefully we don't break anything. Oh. Okay, perfect. Because there's so many wires, man. Sometimes the wire gets caught and it just like pulls everything.
Yeah, I got the same problem the other day, man.
Yeah, so the spaceship is getting down. Got to be really careful watching everything.
Especially if you have another table on the side also. When it comes down, sometimes just like knocks on it.
Yeah. Hey Raja, I see you have US 30 on the side of your trading view. Have you been testing it? Yes, I was testing it maybe like 6 months ago, and I realized that it doesn't really move during the time I was looking at it, you know, before NYSE open. It mainly moves after or, you know, during NYSE. And so I stopped looking at it because that's not the time for me to trade. When is Uncle Ted visiting the live stream? Probably someday.
He's the president of the union.
Yeah, he's the president of the traders union.
So right now he's watching.
He's supervising.
Yeah.
All right. What's that, Mike?
He's getting our vacation checks ready.
Oh yeah. Is taking 5 to 10 trades a day, each 1 to 2% risk on a few different pairs too much? It's way too much, man. 5 to 10 there's a big difference between 5 trades and 10 trades. Right? There's a difference of 5 trades. So what are you trying to do over there? You got to focus on 1 to 2 trades a day. I think that's much better. So if you look on the 30-minute time frame, 30-minute candle closed bullish. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour candle closed above the support. Looking at the 1 hour also closed bullish, but at that resistance over there. All right, let's mute this person here. And looking at the 30-minute time frame, 30 minutes also bullish over here. 15 minutes also bullish. I'm not taking a trade. I'm probably going to call it a day in about 5 minutes. But it does seem like if we break above, you know, like 42, 430, 420, we could continue up in this range over here. It's like a 16 pip range at this point. You know, so during the day, I look at so many trades, you know, I look at a lot of trades and I execute on 1 or 2 trades, and all the other trades are just paper trades in my mind I take. Someone here know how to send a chart? Yes. If you read the description, you will know exactly how to send a chart. Wow, you see what happened over here? Price broke the high, came back inside. This is the mistake we made today. The mistake was made right over here. We took the sell over here and price went straight up after that. In the first minute, once it broke the low, we took a sell, price went in drawdown after that. You were an aggressive trader before. What made you change? Risk management.
It looks like we're taking off.
Yeah, it should take off. I was extremely aggressive, man. I was taking like 4 trades a day, 5 trades a day, and then really had to manage my risk at that point. But also, I think like once the money started coming in, and once I started to get comfortable with certain setups, I decided that, okay, like, you know, it makes no sense try to look for every trade to take profit on. And it made much more sense to just really focus on, you know, higher confirmation trades and just to really, like, you know, hurt them. And hurt them means to like really exploit them with size, you know, like with volume, with lot sizes. So that's what it was. You know, so whenever I see something that has a high probability of playing out, I just decide to, like, you know, maybe risk a little bit more on that because, you know, like it has worked in the past, and, you know, there's a probability it's going to work again. All right, gold is also breaking above 1844 to continue up in this range. See, these are clean ranges. When you have clean candles to the left hand side, it means there's a high probability for price to continue up in these ranges. Same thing happening with GJ here as well, looking at the 30-minute time frame. People in the chat ask crazy questions. Oh yeah, and another example of a crazy question is, what do you think about selling DAX 30 at the moment? No idea, man. You need to send a chart. German index, you have to send a chart for German index because I don't know what German index is doing right now. All right, I'm gonna head off over here.
Yeah, man.
Time for me
Thank
to
you,
end
Raja.
the
Alright,
day
take care,
today.
buddy.
Thank you.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care, Raja.
Take care, everybody. Take care, Gulag.
All right, man.
Peace out. Oh, by the way, listen, if you guys took losses today after taking wins yesterday, just remember this, right? If you took losses, 1 or 2 losses, it was a character building day today. You know, and character building day because you took losses and you called it a day, and you're going to learn from those losses. You're going to take a look at those losses afterwards, and you're going to learn something from that loss. Do not compound on losses. Look, I took 1 loss and wasn't at break even. Overall, my day is in a loss, right? That's totally fine. Tomorrow's going to be a winning day, right? So it was a character building day today. So awesome. Perfect. Take care, Gulag. We will see you tomorrow.
And remember, every trade you take, every move